It's the first day for the month of youth. Topas, Scorpios, and the official campaign start for the first ever United Nations World Tourism Conference, which will be held in Montego Bay from November 27 to 29. I'm Adrian Atkinson, and Jamaica Magazine welcomes you to November. In today's show, we'll be looking in on the business of tourism, from the office to the hues of the Blue Mountain. But before the trail, we have the news.
The deadline for the JIS Heritage Essay, Poster and Photo Competition has been extended to November 5. Send in your entries for a chance to win a weekend or day passes to a North Coast hotel. Poster competition entrants win graphics courses for this summer at colleges and universities. Other prizes include movie tickets, trophies, and cash. The competition is open to primary, secondary, and tertiary level students. For more information, visit the JIS website at jis.gov.jm or call us at 926-359024.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, November 1. Parliament has voted to extend the Mount Salem Zone of Special Operations for another 60 days. Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the request in Parliament Tuesday after consultation with the Joint Command. He said the extension would allow for the build aspect of the Zone of Special Operations to take effect, as much of the first 60 days was concentrated on clearing the community of criminal elements and holding the area for development.
So we are expecting to see within this phase that the Social Intervention Committee will actually start to have tangible interventions in the Zone of Special Operations.
To facilitate the work of the Social Intervention Committee, 7 technical working groups have been established. They include physical environment, community safety, human and community development and employment, business and economic development, as well as leadership. Still in Parliament, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has received the mandated 10-day report from the Joint Security Command operating the Denham Town Zone of Special Operations. Mr. Holness said the report was promising, with over 40,000 searches resulting in the arrest of 7 known violence producers. Security officers have also recovered a shotgun, 34 rounds of ammunition, a gun cleaning kit, and a credit card scanning machine. The Prime Minister also revealed that a number of initiatives have been undertaken in the Denham Town ZOSO, including community sensitization, cleaning up efforts, and engagement in the Get the Guns campaign. Social intervention through zinc fence removal and solid waste infrastructure projects are nearing completion. Mr. Holness promised that it was just the start of much more to come.
There are about 20 communities in Jamaica which qualifies as a zone. So I do hear the cry of people saying, I want a zone in my community. I hear. And we are putting in place the resources. We are developing the knowledge of how to do this and do it more efficiently.
In other news, the island's public health system service delivery has been bolstered with the signing of a technical agreement to improve infrastructure in the sector. Tuesday's signing with the United Nations Office for Project Services, UNOPS, covers the provision of technical assistance for the construction of the Western Hospital for Children and Adolescents and the upgrading of 5 hospitals across the island. UNOPS will, among other things, prepare a project document, a medical equipment list, review technical documents, and oversee project charters. The 4-month consultancy for the Western Hospital for Children will cost to the government $146,663, while the work to upgrade the hospitals will be done over a 6-month period, costing $417,634.
Both projects, which is the new plus the upgrading of the old, fall in line with the Ministry of Health's overarching goal of developing a comprehensive 10-year strategic plan or development plan for the health sector as part of the integrated health service delivery framework.
The Kingston Public Hospital is expected to benefit from a review of its infrastructure, organization, and services with a view to expand and renovate the facility. The St. Anne's Bay Regional, Spanish Town, and Mandeville Regional Hospitals will be upgraded from Type B to Type A facilities, and the Maypen Hospital is to be upgraded from a Type C to a Type A facility. Cabinet has issued instructions for the development of a natural organic agricultural policy and an accompanying implementation plan. Information Minister Senator Ruel Reid made the disclosure earlier today at a post-cabinet press briefing at Jamaica House. He said the policy was being pursued in light of the potential for organic agriculture's significant contribution to economic growth through increased production and trade.
Cabinet has also approved a national quality framework and an accompanying implementation plan. This decision is taken against the background of the following. A, the establishment of the Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation. B, implementation of the hazard analysis and critical control point systems in the regulation of the food sector. And C, significant changes in the global trading environment.
Still in Cabinet, approval has been given for the tabling of the Justice of the Peace Act and the renaming of the Courts of Petty Sessions Miscellaneous Amendments Act 2017. In addition to renaming the Court of Petty Sessions to the Lay Magistrates Court, the bill will increase the jurisdiction of Justices of the Peace in parish courts.
The objectives of the bill are to strengthen legislative provisions for the selection, appointment, jurisdiction, training, and discipline of Justices of the Peace.
The bill forms part of the recommendations of the Justice Reform Task Force. And finally, the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, OPM, is now only accepting monetary donations for its hurricane relief efforts to Dominica. Members of the public are being advised to make donations at any branch of the National Commercial Bank to account number 212387304. OPM closed off its relief supplies collection facility recently with the loading of a Royal Bahamas Defense Force ship bound for Dominica. The ship was loaded with over 60,000 pounds of relief items and supplies for members of the Jamaica Defense Force and the Jamaica Public Service who are currently deployed in Dominica. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Security guards, protect your health. Sign up for the Private Security Regulation Authority's health insurance scheme. There are 5 options starting from $997 up to $1,882 per month for individual coverage. To find out how to access the health insurance scheme, contact the Private Security Regulation Authority at 967-2522 or visit their website at psra.gov.jm.
Jamaica's tourism product. Where are we? What have we been doing? And where are we going? Find out more in this next feature.
Tourism has been giving visitors to our island an exceptional experience for a long time, and our visitors have kept coming back for more. In 2016, Jamaica hosted almost 2.2 million stopover arrivals. That's 2.7% more stopover arrivals than 2015. We welcomed over 1.6 million cruise ship passengers. That's an increase of 5.5% over the previous year. And earnings from the tourism sector in 2016 was over $2.5 billion, an increase of 6.3% over the previous year.
Have a wonderful visit.
The tourism sector is one of our main employers. Around 106,000 Jamaicans work directly in tourism, and another 250,000 are employed indirectly to the sector. And there are plans for growth.
We are going to build out the 3 key segments. First, the agricultural segment, which deals with all that the consume requirements are for food, for beverage. Then the second is a manufacturing. That is all the needs that they have for bedding, for the construction items. And then the third one for the services that are required.
The Jamaica Hotel and Tourism Association, in partnership with the Tourism Linkages Council and other stakeholders, have been hosting speed networking sessions. These events expose hoteliers to a range of products and services offered by local suppliers in small and medium enterprises.
Our tourism players stand here ready to consume the goods and services. which can be competitively sourced locally. We recognize the businesses which can be built, the employment which can be created, and the foreign exchange which can remain within our shores through buying local.
Another way Jamaica is keeping more of the tourism dollar is by diversifying our tourism product. Sun, sand, and sea are no longer enough. Our visitors want to experience Jamaica in more personal and memorable ways. To make this possible, tourism linkages networks have been established to create more integration of the food, sports and entertainment, health and wellness, shopping and knowledge industries into the tourism product. Some of the other initiatives to diversify the sector include the establishment of the world-famous Devon House as a gastronomy center, where visitors can get a taste of Jamaica. Or tourists can also take the Blue Mountain Culinary Tour, featuring 15 eateries and attractions. Through the heritage tourism product, private citizens have been buying heritage sites like the Good Hope Great House in Trelawney, Greenwood Great House in St. James, Liberty Hill Great House in St. Anne, and Hals Hall Great House in Clarendon, and transforming them into heritage tourism sites. Jamaica's tourism product, sharing our beauty and culture with the world, partnering with local suppliers, creating jobs and driving growth.
We want a productive Jamaica. We are not productive Jamaicans. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity is the way to go for all us Jamaicans. Small business, big business, old and young, we are tell every woman and man. We want growth and prosperity for a better nation with a building plan. So we can build our product and sell our product and put more money in our hand. Our economy can rise to a level and build a better nation. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity to move forward on this land. Productivity, that's the way to go, we should understand. Productivity.
Productivity, pathway to prosperity. A message brought to you by the Jamaica Productivity Center, a department of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Launch of a volunteer project at Twitter and Facebook Town Hall, a Fury Voice Youth Perspective. Just some of the activities planned in celebration of National Youth Month this November. Get more details next.
The media launch for this year's National Youth Month was a lot of things. From arts to entertainment, it was bigger and definitely better than last year.
For the first time, we're going to have a day of service where all our young people will be encouraged to do a volunteer project. What we are focusing on is our early childhood institutions. So we're saying to our young people, look at a basic school in your community. We're going to do something for that basic school, right? So it's about youth giving back. We're also have a project called Charge Up, where what we're trying to do is to really revitalize our youth clubs. We believe that our young people like association. If we don't give them something to associate with, then they're going to associate with gangs. So we need to get our clubs back up and running. So we're going to have some rallies all over Jamaica to get our youth clubs back up and running. And we're giving 55 grants to our youth club. We also have redesigned our youth parliament. We are going to select and install youth parliamentarians in November, but they won't have their parliamentary seat until next year. So they will serve one entire year, where they will come up with their projects, they'll do the research, they'll get training in parliamentary procedure, they'll form committees, and then at the end of the year, they will present to us, the government, what they want to see us do on those topics.
This year's Youth Month will not only be about fun and games, it will also tackle serious issues facing our future leaders.
The theme for this Youth Month is substance over hype. Because, we want to say to our young people, invest in yourself, be somebody of value, be someone who can give back to your community. Don't believe in short-term gain that will ultimately cause you long-term pain. And the truth is, we see in too many communities, too many of our young people are invested in short-term gain. And we see what is happening right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. Unfortunately, the youths are the main victims of crime and also the main perpetrators. So we want to use Youth Month to change that conversation and say, listen, we are pushing substance over.
Cyberbullying, sexting, online harassment, and resolving peer-to-peer conflicts will also be addressed through the Socially Aware Tour.
We're looking at a stronger values and attitude program, right? We're looking at more deans of discipline, right? We're looking at a comprehensive safety and security model that speaks about personal upliftment, self-belief, because oftentimes bullying comes from a deficiency in the bully and trying to find another outlet. And as such, we have to speak self-belief.
Nutritious food, succulent dishes, superior workmanship, and excellent service. Jamaica is on the go. Let's grow what we eat and eat what we grow. Let's harness the indomitable spirit of our most valued resource, our people. Let's support our local businesses. After all, buying Jamaican means building Jamaica.
Edible marshmallow pillows, hot ice cream for cold days, cows that give chocolate milk, square sweets that look round. Sweetie Confectionary's vision may not be as exaggerated as Willy Wonka's, but like him, manager Patricia Kay had a sweet tooth. Hear how the Tourism Enhancement Fund and the Exim Bank helped the company to keep taste buds lit.
Lack of funding. That's usually one of the main issues preventing business growth. Having realized this, the tourism industry in 2016 implemented a financing program for its stakeholders. A year later, there are numerous reports of businesses being able to stay afloat as a result of the Tourism Enhancement Fund Export-Import Bank Small-Medium Tourism Enterprises Loan Facility.
Truth is, right now we are the only candy company in the country. And there was one prior, and we were using that person as our contract packer. But the machines were old, and they functioned like old machines. And the gentleman who owned that factory decided, I'm just not doing this anymore. And it could have been the death of the business. And I heard about the facility, approached Exim Bank, and we decided that this thing had to happen. It couldn't stop. At the time, we had great distribution in Jamaica. We had started doing export markets, and the momentum was necessary. But I needed new machinery. I needed more staff members because there were only 2 of us at the time that were running the business. And I needed a bigger space.
Let's pause the confectioner's story and tell you more later on the sweet deal. Just like Miss Aaron's, there are several businesses in need of capital. The TEF Exim Bank loan is established for such a reason. The loan facility provides well-needed banking support to small and medium-sized tourism enterprises, those companies that play a part in the tourism value chain. Among those eligible are operators involved in spa and wellness, gastronomy, that's restaurants and food-related businesses, small accommodations, shopping and galleries, attractions, knowledge networks, and sports and entertainment, as well as manufacturers and suppliers. The TEF kickstarted the facility with a financial injection of $300 million of a committed $1 billion. Thus, initial funding allowed tourism operators to access up to $25 million each at 4.5% interest rate over 5 years.
The loans are going, accommodation was 21%, transportation 25%, shopping 6%, manufacturing 9%, gastronomy 5%, services 9%, spas and wellness 2%, attractions 17%.
As a result of the program's success, the TEF recently pumped more funding into the loan facility. An allocation of $350 million has been dispersed to the Exim Bank to continue the provision of loans to the operators of small and medium-sized tourism enterprises. The allocation represents the second tranche of the committed amount.
The bank has completed over 28 loan applications totaling $509 million under the SMTE loan program. Applications totaling 408 have been approved with disbursements totaling $311 million.
Already in processing is an additional 25 qualified expressions of interest, totaling approximately $470 million. These figures give credence to a recent World Bank report, which stated that tourism enterprises contribute up to 60% of total employment and up to 40% of national income in emerging economies. Now it's time to finish unwrapping the sweetest story.
And with the facility, I've been able to move my staff count from 2 to 12. I've been able to move into 4,000 square feet of factory space. I've bought a brand new production line. Every hotel along the whole North Coast carries our products in the gift shop. It's been an easy sell for me to go into any hotel and say, hey, show me where you have the Jamaican candy. And they go, and I'm able to give them the bag of Jamaican candy. And everybody carries all my products. In addition, I am driven to ensure that when you go into a Jamaican restaurant and you buy a plate of curry goat or a plate of oxtail, you get a Jamaican candy with your bill.
Yes.
It has to happen. And so, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Minister. I'm coming from a place where when I first wanted to start this business 2 years ago, I could get, and I say it all the time, I could get an unsecured loan for a carnival costume, and I couldn't get the same to start this business. And I'm happy that the conversation is changing, and I am coming back to you for some more money because we need to satisfy those orders. Thank you, folks.
For more information on the small and medium-sized tourism enterprises loan facility, persons may call the Exim Bank at 630-1400 to make an appointment, or visit its offices at 85 Hope Road, Kingston 6, or click on their website at eximbankja.com.
Hey you, yes you, are you between the ages 18 and 24 looking for an opportunity to extend yourself? Well, the Heart Trust NTA in collaboration with the Housing Opportunity Production and Employment HOPE program is recruiting interns. Get training in the areas of digitization, general construction, customer service, welding, GIS mapping and landscaping. You will be required to attend classes for 2 weeks with all break, lunch and traveling expenses covered. After classes, you will be placed in agencies such as the NHT, NWC, and Tax Office for 6 to 12 months with a stipend every fortnight. Don't just sit there. Visit your nearest Heart Trust office or give them a call at 929-3410-8. The Heart Trust and Hope, giving hope to Jamaica's youth.
If you're watching the JIS, you're always in the know when it comes to government information. Keep watching, keep informed, and tell your friends. JIS, your #1 source for government info.
Wanting to try something new? How about the Blue Mountain Culinary Trail? Maybe, not sure, skeptic? Enough with the overthinking. We have you covered. Here's what you'd be in for.
Imagine a tour on which you'll eat till you're full, dining against the backdrop of the blue hues of the mountains, sipping authentic Blue Mountain coffee. Sounds appealing? Then you must, if only once, venture on the Jamaica Blue Mountain Culinary Trail. The Ministry of Tourism has embarked on a gastronomic mission to promote Jamaica as a culinary destination. This is the main aim of the Gastronomy Network, one of 5 networks established recently by the ministry. The first product of the Gastronomy Network was the implementation of the Jamaica Blue Mountain Culinary Trail. This is a tour of eateries and attractions nestled within the UNESCO-designated World Heritage Site of Jamaica's Blue Mountains. Whether you take the Eastern or Western Trail, you'll have access to at least 15 participating venues.
Gastronomy, or food tourism, as people commonly refer to it across the world, represents 88% of the reason that people travel. Therefore, will be responsive to the palates of the world. What we have to do is to prepare it a little differently, present it a little more appealing, and to move it from basic street food to the highest level of gourmet.
Wet the palate with hors d'oeuvres, dip into Strawberry Hill Restaurant's coffee ice cream, or drink coffee at a more than a century-old farm.
From Colombia, we also say Colombia's coffee is really good and we're really proud about it. So it was really interesting to hear the Jamaican perspective of their own coffee. The coffee was delicious and it's really amazing to be able to have a cup of coffee, look into the mountains and just like enjoy. So the coffee was definitely the highlight for me today.
Jamaicans talk about how great our coffee is, but I don't think we have any idea why. And that's what I learned today. It was phenomenal.
Vegetarians, meat lovers, those into traditional cuisine, or Jamaican fusion meals, there's a bite for every appetite. The Jamaica Blue Mountain Culinary Trail provides a getaway for nature buffs and foodies, wrapped up in one journey. The tour stops at about 4 restaurants, each boasting a historic or cultural backdrop. After dining, there lies an opportunity to walk off the food with the Akampong Maroon Drummers.
Our aim is to preserve the integrity and uniqueness of the region. The beauty, diversity, and sheer magnificence of the region is unparalleled.
The Ministry of Tourism has identified gastronomy tourism as a medium for diversifying Destination Jamaica. Through the Tourism Linkages Network, the Gastronomy Network is offering locals and visitors a tasty treat of the Jamaica Blue Mountains. To plan your own food trail inside the mountains, contact the Gastronomy Network. They're located at the Jamaica Tourism Center, 64 Knutsford Boulevard, New Kingston, or call them at 920-4926-30.
Protect Jamaica, plant your grass. Help us become more resilient to climate change impacts. Protect Jamaica, plant a tree. It improves the island's national biodiversity. Trees may be fruit, ornamental, or timber, but must be native or suitable to the area's natural landscape. Join the Jamaica Million Tree Campaign and help to plant 1 million trees by June 30, 2019. This is a call to action by the National Environment and Planning Agency.
Is there something you'd like to know more about? Have you checked our website, jis.gov.jm, or gone on our YouTube channel? Well, our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages are just as credible. Like, follow, subscribe, and let's continue the conversation there. Until then, the entire JIS team wishes you a good evening. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.